to do the short rows, we'll be joining the next yarn and using some different color stitch markers and 2 crochet hooks. One with the one we got the gauge with and one in a bigger size to make the slip stitches. We'll start with using the bigger sized hook and join yarn and make 5 slip stitches at the corner where we just finished off. Slip stitch 1 and 2 into the next, 3, and 4 and 5. So 5 slip stitches. Next we'll be doing 4 single crochets with the regular hook. Single crochet 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We finished 5 slip stitches and now 5 single crochets. Next we'll start with doing half double crochets. So half double crochet 1 and 2 3 4 into the next and then 5. We'll mark this 5th half double crochet with a stitch marker. So we finished 5 slip stitches, 5 single crochets and 5 half double crochets. Now we'll work a half double crochet into each of the stitches, and then once we have worked half double crochets all the way across, we'll chain 1 and turn and make 1 half double crochet in each stitch till we reach the stitch with a stitch marker. So just before the stitch with a stitch marker there. So we'll work next single crochets into those 5 half double crochets that we marked off with a stitch marker. I'll remove the stitch marker and work 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 half double crochets. 2 3 4 and 5. Next we'll be working 5 slip stitches into the next 5 single crochets. So just remember to go up a hook size and work 1 slip stitch into each of the next 5 single crochets. 2 3 4 and 5. Next we'll chain 1 and turn our work and just put a different colored stitch marker into the last slip stitch that you had made on the previous round. So the stitch just before the bump. So we have placed the stitch marker into the stitch just before the bump. Now we'll continue by doing the slip stitches. Work 1 slip stitch into each of the 5 slip stitches. I think I just split my yarn there. 1 2 not again, 3 4 and 5. Next we'll be working 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. I'll use the other hook now. Single crochet 1 2 3 4 and 5. Next we'll be doing 5 half double crochets, 5 slip stitches, 5 single crochets, and next half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and mark this 5th half double crochet with other stitch marker of a different color, so you know to replace this green but not the purple one. I've done half double crochets in the remaining stitches and come back. So once I've reached the stitch marker, again we'll be doing 5 single crochets into each of the next 5 half double crochets. 1 and 2, again I split the yarn, and 3 and 4 and 5. Now I'll go up a hook size to make the next 5 slip stitches. Oops, I forgot to change the hook. There. Okay. Slip stitch 1, 2. Just make sure you're using a very loose tension while doing the slip stitches. And 4, 5. Chain 1 and turn, and use the other colored stitch marker as you used previously into that last slip stitch or the stitch just before the bump, and we'll make 5 slip stitches. If you use a looser tension, it will be very easier to work into those slip stitches. During this entire triangle, we'll use the bigger sized hook to work into the slip stitches, and later on while we do the half double crochets together with the other color, we'll use the regular hook, so it's quite easier to work into all of those. It's just a repeat of these rows later on. While you use the different color to make the next triangle, make sure you are working into these green stitches or the color that you previously worked with.